So, Lillian, while we're on the topic of identities, exploring queer feminities has been a focal point for you through your performance and your contributions to the Sydney Femme Guild. Why do you think femme visibility is important in our community?
Because misogyny is rife throughout the planet across a whole lot of different cultures. And if we're talking about our community, then we're talking about the greater GLBITQ community, that femphobia is like a specific type of misogyny that exists within our community. And a lot of like masculine identities have been given a lot of airtime over the great queer history, you know, and there's a lot of people that have been sort of swept under the carpet historically. That a femme identity is not validated enough to be something that is standalone, that is empowered, and there's people who are all different types of femmes, trans women, little girl femmes, femme fags, all kinds of femininity, which is considered as less than some other kind of queer identity. So I'm just part of this kind of gang of femmes who have been working on this kind of visibility thing for a couple of years. And it's this whole big gang of femmes, and it's certainly not by any means like, you know, a big part of the femme community of Sydney, because there's femmes everywhere that are not connected to each other or connected to different little groups. But this particular little group is called the Femme Guild, and it's an amazing, like, what kind of difference just to my life and the people, kind of my friends around me, what kind of connections I've had and been able to make with other femmes, and what kind of attitude shift I've been able to have about femme community in the last 3 years. And it is not just in Australia, it's actually international. There is this groundswell of what is femme visibility. So, I mean, I have spent years and fucking years of people, you know, doubting my queer credibility just because of my petticoat. And I don't think so.
That's just rude.
I'm not going to conform to anyone's, you know, expectations of what I should look like just to put them at ease with my queer cred. I don't think so. So anyway, that's just one of the things that sort of we've been working on. But I really even feel like at this point, a couple of years down the track, we're actually beyond that conversation now. I think femme visibility is actually quite almost happening now, you know, like, have you ever seen a femme before? I don't know, most of you? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in my queer bubble, like Zoo. We're kind of getting used to femmes in a big way, but there's bigger conversations now, I think, like, you know, how do we move beyond that?
What little activities do the Femme Guild get up to?
We have pillow fights, we brush each other's hair.
Does that include pajama parties?
What do you reckon?
Seriously.
Cupcakes.
That's what I'm trying to... So what do y'all get up to?
It's a fucking radical organisation. It's about...
Radical petticoat wearing femmes.
It's up in the face of misogyny. That's what we're about.
Bravo.
And also changing the culture of what misogyny has done to maybe women in the broader community of maybe our Anglo world, you know, pitting us against each other, making us suspicious of each other, insidiously creeping that kind of culture into femme community as we may have known it in the past. And what we have done is like put out a challenge to be really radically against that, to go, wow, rather than that woman being potentially my enemy because she's a femme, she's she should be my ally. You know, I should look out and go, my God, that's a femme. Wow, awesome. That's like, I'm on her side. And that's like a really, in my experience, really radical shift that's happened around in the last few years.
Definitely. Now, is there something that's happening with the Femme Guild coming into the Mardi Gras party? Something?
This is an ad. The Femme Guild's going to be on the grassy roundabout serving tea at 2:30. Not to stereotype, but like a lot of us that I know do like to have like a cup of tea. Anyway, it's a harm minimisation strategy and just a way of showing that femmes are good like at organising stuff, and also we are also part of the bigger queer community. We want to just hang out with people when they're my God.
Oh, my God.
I love your outfit. Woo! Have a cup of tea with us.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong with drugs, just saying, you know, come and have a cup of tea.
Yes, a cup of tea is always good.
Yeah.